There they go. Oh.
Alright guys, let's welcome our guest speaker from the Creative Writing Department, Mr. Christopher Ramsey.
How many film students? Everybody. How many creative writing students? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Media communications. So mainly film. So this, I'm going to tailor this to a film community, but everybody else is sort of a part of this. We are all a part of this at Full Sail because we're all storytellers. Whether we're telling a story with game, whether we're telling it with graphic novels, whether we're telling it with film, whether we're telling it with television or web series, we're all telling stories. So my question to you, my filmmakers, my writers, my media communicators, what is story? Give me a definition of story. Because I feel like you're all here because you want to be storytellers, right? You all want to tell a story. You all have a story to tell. Filmmakers, let me ask you this. Do you want to make a film? Do you have a film in you? You want to make that film, right? Is it a feature? Is it a short? You want that film to play at a film festival, right? You want to get that film out in the world? You want to make a web series? You want to make a television series? Right? You want to create some content? What is it? What is story? Entertainment. Entertainment? Can be entertainment. It could be information, could be entertainment. Sure, sure. What else? Can I kill the lights?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can kill some of them.
Are you looking for a definition or example?
I'm looking for a definition that you could back up with some examples.
So it'd be a series of events or circumstances, either fictional or non-fictional, that present a unique viewpoint that resonates with a specific demographic.
That's a pretty good definition. That's a pretty good definition. It resonates with a certain demographic. That's an interesting marketing take on it. Sure. Say it again. Branding?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand with branding.
How so?
Well, the brand is, like your quote-unquote brand, your public brand is the story you're telling.
Okay, so give me the definition of story.
The message that the audience, or how the audience perceives your message.
It could be. Your brand could definitely embrace your story. If I think of, I'm getting off track here, but if I think of Netflix, what's the brand? What's Netflix's story? Do you know it?
They bought jobs.
What did Netflix start out as?
As like a TV, like a video,
Like a video rental service, right? In response to late fees from Blockbuster. So we're quite a ways from that, right? But that's a part of the Netflix story, right? That's built into the brand. Yes.
Story is a journey through emotions.
A journey through emotions.
Or not only emotions, it could be a blessing or something. You know, it's just a journey, basically.
A journey. So your definition of story is it's a journey. We start here and we end up here. Yeah, that could work. Yes.
It's a series of events about a specific topic told by another person.
Told by another person.
If I'm telling you a story, I'm telling you about something that has happened either to myself or someone else.
Sure. Is that all story? Is all story somebody telling a story about another person?
Not all.
I'm asking the question. Yeah.
art.
Art. Well, what is art? My art might be different than your art.
It's subjective.
Yes.
Two students online. Daniel Ford says a story to him is how characters become heroes, build into heroes.
How characters become heroes. This goes to the journey, the hero's journey, right? Yeah.
And Natalie Muhammad says a series of events that tells a chronological timeline of a journey, told through characters fictional or non-fictional.
That sounds like a definition, right? That sounds like we had Mr. Dictionary to help. Okay, so our online friend gave us a pretty good definition of story. So that person also, she,
Yes, Natalie.
Natalie, also introduced
She
a.
actually used no definition as well.
She used to use what?
She says that she did not use a definition.
Okay.
Yes, she can. She the mic is right there.
So what did Natalie also mention besides journey, besides series of events? There's something that you all haven't mentioned that Natalie did mention. It seems pretty critical to this question.
Fiction or nonfiction?
No, that's not it.
Creativity.
Creativity? I think you need creativity, but I don't like. How do you define creativity? It's sort of like art, right? It's like it's sort of. I wouldn't know how to teach creativity, right? That's kind of a hard thing.
You can't teach creativity.
What's that?
You can't really teach it because if you teach it, then you're going off what you learned. You're not going off what you know and what your internal instinct.
You're not making that mental jump that creativity requires. Yeah. What are we missing?
Well, most good stories have an intention and obstacle.
Okay, we have an obstacle. Good. Stay there. That's good. Obstacle. What else do we need? Obstacle's good. Yes?
Beginning, middle, and end.
Beginning, middle, end. That's structure. I like structure. You know, that could be our plot. You know, beginning, middle, and end. That goes all the way back, if you want me to do this, that goes all the way back to the Greeks, right? They gave us a 3-act structure. And then Shakespeare did 2 acts and 3 acts. Sure, that's the structure. Let's go back to obstacle. What else do we need besides obstacle? Yes?
A hero to.
A hero. Give me another word for hero.
Protagonist.
Protagonist, a character, right? Character. I don't like hero because what if it's Walter White? Is he a hero? But he's our main character, right? And we're invested in him. I don't know if he's heroic. I don't know. Again, that goes to the creativity conversation. That goes to the art conversation. So let's say character and obstacle. That's 2 really essential components to story, right? Who's the character? What's blocking them? So what do we need in between them? What's the character want? Have you taken this class before?
No.
Yeah, what does the character want? What's the character want? Let me see what. So I think I have a dictionary. I can't make it go.
Is it frozen still?
Now I have it's going on. So.
Oh, it is? Whoops. Oh, that's the one. An account. All right, so here's our new Oxford American Dictionary of story. An account of imaginary or real people and events told for entertainment. I think that's bunk. New Oxford American Dictionary. I mean, it doesn't have to be for entertainment. It could be for information. And I don't. Imaginary or real people? Okay, sure. I don't think that we always have to do it for entertainment. Okay, so there's the definition, but here's where I'm getting at. That's not what I'm getting at. Where am I getting at? Character, want, and obstacle. This is different slides. These are different slides. Character, want, and obstacle. We need a character, we need a want, we need an obstacle. Who is our character? What's the job? What's the journey? What's the quest? What's the conflict? Right? This is how you identify if your script works. Who's the character? What do they want? What are the stakes? What's the tension? What's the obstacle? What's going to block them? We need this, right? We need the obstacle. Otherwise, the character gets it. You know, there's nothing. So we need that. We need that. Now, I have some 6-word stories. Can you tell a story in 6 words?
Yeah.
I think you can. I think you can. 6-word stories. I'm going to ask you some questions. This is the interactive part of this presentation. It's all interactive, actually. I'm going to ask you, we're going to read each one of these, and I'm going to ask you, what's the genre? If you were to shoot this as a film, if I was to give you a budget and a crew, and I'm going to say, make this as a movie, I want you to tell me who you're marketing it for. What's the genre? What type of film is it? Then I want you to tell me, this is the hard part. This is kind of tricky. I want you to tell me what the theme of the story is. What's the big takeaway? What's that story really about? Because that's kind of important. That's important. And then lastly, because you're all filmmakers in this room, I'm going to ask you what the opening shot is. How do you start this movie? Now, don't give me camera directions. Don't tell me about zooms and pans and stuff like that. Just tell me what the shot is. And don't give me a series of shots. Don't give me a montage. Just tell me what that opening shot is. So let's start with, I couldn't believe she'd shoot me. What's our genre? What kind of film is this? Yes?
You can do it, I mean, it's really up to you. You can do it in different ways. It's really just kind of, I don't know. But anyway, it could be either like a comedy.
Could be a comedy, yes.
Could be obviously like a scary movie.
Could be a scary movie, yes.
A romantic movie.
Could be a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
We could do some hybrids here, right? We could start blending it.
Yeah.
Online? Natalie.
There's other people, but Natalie says that she believes it'd be a drama.
Drama, yes. Could be a drama. Anything else? Yes.
The wording kind of harkens back to like the Humphrey Bogart, like detective.
Like a detective film or noir maybe?
Like a noir.
Yeah, film noir kind of, yeah, could be. I couldn't believe she'd shoot me. All right. So what's our theme? What's this story about? Yes?
Betrayal.
Betrayal. See, I love that. One word, betrayal. This is a story about betrayal. Ooh, that's good, right? That's good. And I want that, because that's a good one, I want that to inform your opening shot. If this is a movie about betrayal, how do we show betrayal in that opening shot?
2 people working together.
2 people in love with each other, maybe.
How do I show love?
Romantic, like kissing, or maybe just hugging, affection. Just have a scene of them just together, smiling and laughing at the part, and then maybe fades to like a huge gun scene between them. You know what I mean?
That's more than an opening shot. We start with them hugging and kissing, and then there's a gun scene. What else we got? Yes?
I could see like pretty much like a stop. You're kind of frozen in time, and you kind of just panning across the person, and you see kind of like a wedding
You
ring.
filmmakers, you can't help it. You can't stop yourselves from giving camera.
Well, you can see like a wedding ring.
A wedding ring.
A wedding ring. Yeah.
So the wedding ring, what does that tell us? So wedding ring. So there's a really quick way to show a couple, right? That they're married, they're bonded, they have this commitment, right? That's a really easy way. How do we work that into our can't believe she shoot? How do we work that in?
I mean, in one shot.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
Oh, it's really difficult. Yes.
Could be that she's holding the gun.
She's holding the
in
gun.
hand, and you can see
Oh, you can see the wedding ring.
See, I was thinking the other thing.
Look at that. So you just did, you visually thought it through, right? You took your theme, betrayal, and then you think, what does betrayal look like? Well, in order to be betrayed, you have to have some sort of connection, right? You have to have some sort of bond. In order for betrayal to work, right, you have to be committed. How do we show commitment? The wedding ring, right? Yes.
Throw a little more into it to
Yeah.
build the story even like faster.
Yeah.
Via visuals. It could be like a wedding night sort of thing, and she's dressed as the bride, and he's still has his tuxedo on.
Still has his tuxedo, right? How else can we show this relationship? How else do we show it without saying anything, without doing a montage? How else do we show it? The wedding ring is great. Yes.
Well, yeah, elaborating on a wedding ring, I could see her standing over a dead body and dropping the wedding ring.
Oh, that's good, right?
Well,
You get motion. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there's some blood. Maybe there's some blood.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a puddle of blood and the ring falls into the puddle. Ooh. How else though? How else? This is good, right? We're visually thinking this. Yes.
I'm thinking like, so he gets shot, and then you kind of see through his eyes, and you kind of see like a moment before, like kind of goes back in the past, but
No, I don't like flashbacks.
okay.
Flashbacks are not
Well, it's
allowed.
not like a flashback, but it's like a normally a transparent in the scene, in the part where it is.
Okay.
Where it is. I'm envisioning like a street, like on the street or something like that.
Okay.
And you can kind of see now, but also in the past.
How else? I like what you're doing, but you're doing a lot of trickery and a lot of stuff, and I can do it. I can do it for $10.
Yeah, that's true.
How do I do it for $10? I know you guys are. You guys are.
Who, me? Oh.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Behind you. You guys.
Me? Oh, okay. I was gonna say you could have him looking up at her, and her pointing a gun down at him, and then the scene just simply there's a shot goes black.
Does that tell us betrayal?
Well, no, I guess not.
Does that? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Maybe she drops the ring. Okay, so let's move away from the ring because I love the ring, but like, how else can we do this? And I was trying to. What's your name?
Phil.
Phil. Trying to, like, Phil has this big scene of the past and the past colliding with the present, right? Or the present sort of meshing into the past somehow. How do we do that? Filmmakers, how do you do this? Natalie.
Natalie says, this was a while ago, so, a couple months ago, but she said that she would show the person on the ground bleeding with a look of shock in it.
Yeah, but what does shock look like?
Wide eyes.
Daniel would said that he would show, instead of that, would show a reflection of the woman in the male's eyes.
Yeah.
As his opening shot, which would be better.
That's not bad. That's what I want you guys to do is I want you to start thinking visually. I want you to start telling your story through visuals. This is what we do in creative writing, right? Show me the story. Don't tell me the story. You're forbidden to tell it. Yes.
I know you wanted to get away from the ring, but you could have that like slow-mo effect.
Mm-hmm.
Have the ring dropping, fall on the male's body,
Right.
and then show the woman walking away.
That does it. Are we treading a little into cliche? Yes.
I was gonna say, you can have a scene where she's standing over a burning trash can, looking at pictures of her in the same.
Oh, okay. A bonfire, and what is she burning?
And she's burning pictures of, say, it could be wedding pictures.
Wedding
It could
pictures.
be just pictures.
Now
of
she
whatever.
burned him.
And she's just like distraught and like sad.
I mean, just think about that image though, like the burning image of a wedding photo.
Right.
You know, that's a pretty powerful image, right? The fire engulfing it. Yes.
A line that you could throw in could just be her saying, "Till death do us part."
Till death do us part. Death came a lot sooner than we were anticipating.
It's like, well, here we go.
All right, let's change it up a little bit before I move on to the next one. What if I say take a gun out of this? You can't use a gun.
Give her an arrow.
Think Let's think outside the box a little bit. I couldn't believe she'd shoot me. All right, more hands are coming in. More hands. Can I have somebody that? Okay, online.
Natalie says bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow. We have yes.
Blackmail.
Blackmail photos. Shoot me as in photographs.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, photographs. Yes. Chris.
I was thinking more along the lines of the comedy rather than the murder betrayal.
Uh-huh.
Like you were saying, like a camera shooting.
I got you. Oh, wait, betrayal.
I got one.
I could do a social effect of a person being drawn into the camera.
I mean, couldn't this be a politician walking out of the hotel room and somebody takes the picture? There's our betrayal.
Yeah, like
You know, there's our betrayal, and there's the shooting. Right? Yes, go ahead.
I could see somebody waking up in a hospital bed and saying it either to themselves, it's like
I couldn't believe she's shooting. Yeah.
She should.
Yeah. When in doubt, just go with the line, right? Go with the line, right? All right, let's go to the next one. I got more rules of the next one. With bloody hands, I say goodbye. Look who wrote this, Frank Miller. With bloody hands, I say goodbye. What's the genre? Horror, drama, noir, right? If you think of Sin City.
Oh,
With bloody hands, I say goodbye.
I can see a smart.
That's what I was thinking. It's moment time.
Is smart.
That's not a quote though, it's just more like.
It's a story. It's a 6-word story. All right, now let me ask you. All right, so we have our genre. What's the theme here? What's the theme? Chris?
Loss.
Loss. Good.
Revenge.
Revenge. Oh, revenge. Yes.
I could say triumph.
Triumph. With triumph. Okay. Good. All right. So we have loss, revenge, and triumph. So let's work with those. Those are good. Those are good. You know, the best themes are one-word themes, right? You know, just you can say it in one word. Right? Best themes are one word. With bloody hands, I say goodbye. Let me ask this question. I know this is gonna piss you off. Where have we seen bloody hands before? Where have we seen it in literature? Where have we seen it in literature? Yes. Macbeth. Lady Macbeth. What does she say? Out, damn spot. She's trying to get the blood off her hands. Is there blood on her hands? No. She's going crazy. Why does she feel that? She's guilty, right? She's going mad with guilt. All right. With bloody hands, I say goodbye. Give me an opening shot, and it cannot have a bloody hand in it. Yes.
Pulling the cord or something.
Pulling the cord. What does that look like?
They're like sitting over the bed and the person's in a coma and she whispers down in someone's ear, bloody hands, I say goodbye.
Is there really a cord?
Or maybe it's a button. It's like you're dead. Like,
I mean, couldn't you milk that for a more dramatic scene? Couldn't
the closed pillow.
the pillow? The pillow. He's 70, she's 75. They've been married for 50 years.
So younger.
But I
Goes down.
But the same thing though in the background, just have like you said, a constant beat though for a heart rate.
Yeah.
And right, the last word.
So the audio tells us.
Like,
The audio, the sound effect tells us. With bloody hands, I say goodbye. The pillow over the face. That's good. That's good. What else? Yes.
Something working off of the whole like hospital room thing is just a syringe into the IV.
I wasn't thinking that like scary. No, that's perfect.
I mean, it's still goodbye, and it's the.
But if we kind of pick this apart, the bloody hands, is the bloody hands revenge? Is it loss? What was our other one?
Triumph.
Is it one of those?
Really, it's more guilt.
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 Syringe into the
Guilt
ID is
and,
guilt.
Guilt and acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement.
Acceptance that this is you doing this.
You could also do defeat, like a suicide scene. Someone calls it slippers.
Then where do you go from there?
Where do I go from there? Yeah, that's the
Backstory.
Or
How do we move the story
it
forward?
turns into a detective drama.
Yeah.
Then you have the SVU.
Yeah.
You could say, like someone frantically packing a vehicle, like trying to leave.
So somebody, I love this. Okay, I love this. You got a car and they're packing their stuff in it. They got suitcases, they got boxes, they've got all their stuff. They're packing frantically. Why? What's going on?
They have like
They've got 15 minutes to get out of Dodge.
right, exactly. They have like an appearance of like panic and guilt, you know.
I love
like
it.
on their face. They're just trying to get in the car, and just get away as fast as possible.
And so just that scene right there, don't you want to watch to figure out why and where? Why and where, right? Where are they going and why are they in such a rush? Yeah. I love that. So I'm thinking with the bloody hands, that's really good. That's really, what's your name?
Carol.
I think that's great because backstory could be this person did something really bad, right? And now they've been caught. Yes, online.
Natalie's opening shot is a man walking away from a burning down building, maybe trying to burn any evidence that he may have left inside.
Oh, I like that.
And Daniel's was similar with a man walking away from a burning building.
How could they have both? How could two people have burning buildings?
He just answered.
Okay.
How
does that happen?
A burning building with blood on his hands and shirt as he's walking towards the camera.
I don't think we need the blood. We don't need the blood.
Badass shot walking away with rockets.
You could literally be walking away with like a gas can in his hand.
Now, all right, up the stakes here, because I like. All right, who said that? Who was that? Daniel?
Which one?
I guess Natalie. Okay,
We're just
Natalie.
gonna expect Natalie.
Natalie. How do we up the stakes of that scene? Remember the Keith Ledger scene in The Dark Knight? The hospital scene? Yeah.
Where it just didn't go wrong.
Maybe it's an orphanage. Yeah, maybe.
Orphanage, we got dark.
Maybe I know we got dark. Maybe
Insane asylum.
maybe it's an insane asylum and the doors are locked and you don't see anything. You don't hear. All you can hear is the door somebody's trying to get that door open.
We could just keep that in the Batman reference. It's Arkham.
Yes.
She says maybe it's a building on Wall Street.
Maybe it's a building on Wall Street. So whoa, that opens up a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a different genre too, moving away from like murder to more towards like.
Bernie, was it Bernie Madoff? Madoff? The guy that Madoff. Yeah, Madoff. Somebody that's swindled, somebody that's embezzled, somebody that's stolen, right? Maybe they're looking out the window of their high rise in Manhattan. They're about to jump out the window, and they decide, no, I'm gonna pack the car and run.
Or maybe they're like opening the floor safe, taking.
Yes. Or I'm thinking that this car being packed. Maybe it's a van, and you see somebody packing it with famous artwork. You know. I mean, stuff that you reckon, yeah, something like that. Oh, that's so good. Yes.
Can we take a different spin on it?
Yeah, take it. I watched.
I don't know. The first thing that came to my mind, which is weird, but maybe like a martyr who's like indecisive about what he's actually doing.
Right.
Like if he's for the cause or not. So
Right.
like bloody hands to say goodbye and quick to put him like the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think it could be that. I think when you say martyr, I think of like. Yeah,
Well, martyr, like it's like the whole.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a touchy subject for today. But,
Yeah.
the first time
That,
because it's like something that's never been told. I feel.
But again, the bloody hands is telling me there's some guilt involved.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
guilty, but it's like he's being pressured. It's like a
He's being pressured.
thing.
He's being pressured.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was actually a short film that I saw during the Florida Film Festival that was like really close to that premise. So it can be a really powerful. It was one of the most moving.
So we go into the Walter White territory there, where this is not a hero, but it's a character that we
It's a
empathize
character to
with.
follow and like to understand why they're doing what they're doing and how they can change and instead keep with what they want to do. So that can be a really powerful.
That is a powerful story. Yes. Yes.
Or Dylan's.
Yes.
Well, for me, I kind of just see someone smiling as they die, like kind of triumph and happy with how they went out.
Maybe somebody on death row with the curtain opens,
something like
and they're like,
Hi.
yeah.
Like they basically like playing off the triumph idea, like they did something great, and they're like
They're okay with it. They've
Yeah.
made peace with it.
Like Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Who's still alive.
Yeah. If you just say that.
Yeah.
All right, we have more. Let's go. Anybody I haven't called on?
You know,
Yes, go ahead.
Alright, so I'm thinking some kids, right? Let's say Middle Eastern, and
Let's not say.
I'm Middle Eastern, so
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, where you going with this, man?
So I'm just saying, let's say two kids and their father is, let's say, I don't know, like they're crying or they're smiling, maybe he's tearing up, they don't know what's happening, they're too young. And he like walks out the door and then you find out later on or something that he was like a suicide bomber or something.
That's sort of we had.
Oh, did you say that?
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
We're sort of
That's
talking
just-
past,
Yeah, but that adds on to what we were saying, because like if the father's struggling, his struggle isn't with the idea, but it's with his kids. It's actually cool. I like that. That's something we've done.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, this might be a little too edgy. But I could see a bullied child about to push open doors of his classroom all over the body.
Oh, we're going.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's on recording.
Okay. Why is it okay with the suicide bomber? I'm not okay with it.
That's like Anakin walking and killing the
Who's at the hall?
It's like that would be the most like biggest stepping stone in motion picture. That's like all that you would be like shot down. That's like that would be.
All right, let's move. Yes, the guy who.
Nobody's touched on abortion yet. That was the number one.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Well, abortion, you know, and what this, I kind of didn't want to use the bloody hands. I think of a show that's on Showtime called The Nick. Has anybody ever seen that show? I always bring this up. The first episode of The Nick, the first 10 minutes of The Nick is so fantastic. If you don't watch the series, just watch the opening 10 minutes. And it's about a turn-of-the-century hospital called Knickerbocker in New York, and they're doing the first cesarean birth that's ever been done, and it's two doctors in one of those theater type situations with doctors all sitting around, and it's primitive equipment, you know, pumps instead of, you know, it's really primitive, and mother and child die during this surgery, during this birth, and it's, you know, and they are both, you see the, I don't want to spoil it, but somebody goes off the deep end, the other guy goes to an opium den, and like. So it's like you can see the ramifications of what just happened. Powerful film. Powerful show. Yes?
You can make it like a mob story.
It could be a mob story. How do we do this?
It could be like the son of the mob boss. He's tired of everything that's happening in the family. He doesn't like the road they're going down. They're deviating away from.
He wants to rebrand the family.
So you can have it where the opening shot is him in the back seat of the family limo driving away. Says with bloody
hands I say goodbye. I'm leaving the business.
And the compound blows. Killing.
Oh, he really is saying goodbye.
Yes.
Because you can only be free of it if it's gone. All right, let's look at this next one. Epitaph. He shouldn't have fed it. What's the genre?
Comedy.
Could be comedy. You think of Gremlins. I think of Little Shop of Horrors. Yes.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. Definitely sci-fi.
Like just really getting specific, like a dark sci-fi comedy.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it could be a hybrid. You know, I love the idea of these hybrid, multi-genre stories. Epitaph. You haven't said what comes to mind when I say the word epitaph.
Gravestone.
Gravestone. When I say gravestone, or if I say tombstone, what genre do you think of?
Comedy.
Drama.
You know, we don't make these type of films anymore. We don't make westerns. I think of tombstones. I think of westerns.
I thought that was a bloody hands. Let's say goodbye one.
You thought of that as a
I
western?
was thinking of the man at the hangman's noose and.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
pirate story though.
Pirate story. Could be a pirate story. All right, Epitaph. He shouldn't have fed it. Maybe sci-fi. What's our theme?
Responsibility.
Ooh, I like that. Who said that? Responsibility. Let's take that a little farther. Maybe ethical responsibility, right? Or something like that. So, or where else can we go with that? I like that. Responsibility. Regret. Regret's a big one. Regret's a big one. Regret, responsibility. If I say Frankenstein, if I say the Titanic, what's the theme there?
Regret.
It could be
Transformation.
if I shake my hand at God.
Egotistical pride.
You're hot, you're hot. Hubris, right? Hubris. Pride, ego. So I like this idea of ethical responsibility, ego. These are all good ideas. Epitaph, he shouldn't have fed it. What does this look like? What does this world look like? Because you're doing some world building here. Yes.
Seeing someone get eaten by some type of creature.
What's the creature look like? What makes that an interesting scene?
Yeah, like the two movies that come to mind are Jurassic, like the new Jurassic Park, and then the original. And then Alien, kind of those.
Tremors.
Good old Tremors.
Sure.
So what does it look like? What does this world look like? Gruesome? Apocalyptic? Yeah?
I look at it as like a world where all devices become more available to us.
Ooh.
So maybe like the he is the name, like the decision maker. And so like, there's like rough social phobia, something like that.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. I'd like to know what that looks like visually. Like, is that like, are we in a pharmacy? Or
Is that gonna be with when they have the numbers? It's like in time, some adjustment.
Yeah.
Like that sort of movie where it's like everyone's kind of like more so a slave to,
a slave to the pharmaceutical industry.
Or they're a slave to the number on the wrist, but I guess you could spin it in a slave to the industry. Like they're instead of lining up to get their time, they're lining up to get their fix.
To their mood stabilizers.
Yeah.
Online.
Natalie says a world looks like a Men in Black kind of setting, modern day, but with a different kind taking over.
I like how Natalie sort of sets the scene with saying Men in Black, but then it sort of falls off the cliff there. Like, what's the other? I would like to see that. I would like to see that juxtaposed with something else. Like Men in Black meets The Godfather. Men in Black meets Gremlins. You know? Yes.
Playing off the dystopian
Yeah,
ideas
dystopian.
was just very bland colors and just very like gray.
Gray.
Like,
Gray.
Just a lot of very simple and boring color schemes. Everything is very similar, and buildings are all the same. And
The name of the movie is In Time, by the way.
In Time.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that? It's kind of like the same. It's sort of like a Hunger Games world where there's districts, but like each district looks the same. Like people walk a certain way, everyone dresses a certain way.
Oh, that's a movie. Right?
Yeah, In Time.
Oh,
So the numbers,
All right. The baby's blood type, human, mostly. What type of movie is that?
comedy.
Sci-fi.
Horror.
What's our theme?
Twilight.
What's our theme? I mean, I think the theme is here, right? Human mostly. What's the theme? Where do we go with that?
Maybe evolution or like another.
Okay. How do we do that thematically?
Well,
I mean, maybe we're in a world where whatever this is, if you're less than human, you're a slave, right? So maybe this is about acceptance of the other, or maybe this is about dominance over the other, right? All right, so I'm a little short on time. Where do I go? This way? No. Is it this way? All right, so here's what we did, right? We took a 6-word story. Here's another one. Ring, church, groom, where is she? Our character is the groom. Through the ring and the church, we identify, through those two visuals, we identify the want, which is marriage, and the where is she? That is our obstacle. We do one that's a little trickier. First, sentient robot. Maybe the robot is the character. I'm not sure. Turn me off. If the robot's not the main character, who is the main character?
First of the robust.
The maker, the creator, right? The creator. So if turn me off is the want and maybe the obstacle, what's this story about?
What it means to be sentient?
Good. Good. What it means to be human, what it means to be enlightened, what it means to be feeling. Yes?
Playing with something you don't quite understand.
Okay, maybe you're dabbling in something you shouldn't be dabbling in, right? Turn me off. Yes?
Life is more than what it seems.
Do you think turn me off is that life is more than what it seems?
No, you say that's the first sentient robot.
Yeah.
So it could be like a lesson learned, and he's telling you.
But let me go here with you, because this gets a little deep, right? This gets a little heavy. So we've created life in a robot form, and its response to having life and knowledge and feelings is turn me off. So what is that? So what are we doing here? What is this about? Yes.
That life is difficult. That having sentience is not. It's more complicated than it would seem.
I think that we could reveal that, but what are we saying here? Yes.
You can be built to be perfect and encounter life and still not have everything.
That's good. I like that. You could be perfect and still not want to do this. Online?
It was very similar to that. He's done it all. It doesn't have to.
He's done it all. There you go. I'm gonna go where the gentleman in the back went before. Maybe this is about the right to die, the right to make the choice that I don't want to be alive. I don't know. It's heavy.
Wouldn't that be like an iRobot situation?
Could be. Could be.
Maybe it's tired.
Yes.
I guess it's like having lived so long. If you take the idea of adaptation, like human adaptation applied to that robot, and they lived for centuries and centuries, they would probably want to finally be turned on.
Do you guys know anything about parasites? This is really fascinating stuff. The parasite that's in cat poop, toxo, whatever it's called, toxoplasmosis, whatever.
Toxoplasmosis.
Yeah. That's parasite.
I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to. Okay. So do you know about this parasite? That parasite lives in the gut of a cat. Right? That parasite needs to get into the gut of a cat. How does it do that? It gets into a rat and manipulates the way the rat's fear sensors respond to the cat, and it manipulates the rat to not be afraid of the cat. This is a parasite. This parasite is in us, right? If you have cats, you can get this parasite, and it can make you crazy, right? It makes the rat not afraid. It's insane. And why? Why does this happen? What's that?
That just proves that cats are devils.
Cats are what?
No, it's proven adaptation.
It proves, and the thing about, you don't have to live 2,000 years. You don't have to live 100 years. A parasite's going to live, whatever it lives, like, I don't know, a day, 30 days.
Like, if we couldn't adjust to the change in, like, it's harder today than it used to be. When
Right.
So if we as humans couldn't adapt to that change, we would, eventually start.
But because there's been so many hundreds of thousands of generations of the parasite, it has evolved to be more sophisticated than us.
That's microevolution.
It is microevolution, yeah. So that it can manipulate the host. This is real, man. This is some weird shit. This is I mean, that it gets inside a rat and it'll make the rat not afraid of the cat. The cat kills the rat. Now the cat has the parasite. The parasite has found the place that it needs to go. Oh.
Can that parasite get into a human and manipulate the way?
Yes. Yes. And they have found the parasite. This is crazy. I'm going way off topic. They have found the parasite in motorcycle deaths, highway deaths by motorcycle. They have found the parasite in hundreds and hundreds of people that are killed on motorcycles. So they're acting reckless.
That could be a movie on itself right there.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's like this is the real deal. Okay.
What about that happening? The motorcycle parasite on where all the people started killing themselves because it wasn't that from a disease.
I mean, there's a parasite that gets inside of a grasshopper and it will make it kill the grasshopper will kill itself because of it. Parasites. All right.
Worse than computers.
If you have your computer, you can use your computer. I want a 6-word story based on this image. Give me a 6-word story, and it has to have a character, a want, and an obstacle. So we can test it. We can ask that question. Who's the character? What's the want? What's the obstacle? Based on this image. I'll give you like 2 minutes. When you get it, raise your hand.
Maybe 7 words.
6. Fix it. You gotta adapt. Somebody can do this. You got it?
I got it.
Let's do it.
She's in a car parked somewhere.
She's in a car parked somewhere. Somewhere, one word? Somewhere. She's in a car. So our female, is that our character? That's our character?
No, somebody's saying she's in a car.
Oh, our narrator. Our narrator is the character. The want is the female in the car. What's the obstacle?
That's not creepy at all. He doesn't know
She's
where.
kind of in the trunk.
Somewhere is the obstacle.
Like find her before she runs out of here.
Wow.
Border Meadows, baby.
You know, Google. You guys, have you watched that show, Planet of the Apps? It's on Apple.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that app that they designed that Follow Me?
That's
Companion. Yeah.
You know Google? Well, you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Right? I was gonna be like, hey, you know what Google did? But
I'm a huge Gary Vee fan.
Yeah.
You guys see Gary Vee?
Yeah.
Gary Vee is.
well, I am too. Well, no, we didn't see much.
But Gary Vee, man,
He's the man.
he is the man.
I feel like you're all intimidated by him on the show. The other thing, Jessica.
Should be.
But Gary Vee is about content creation. I mean, if you're in this, what he's talking about, you can apply to your career. You can apply it to yourself. Yes, you got one. Good.
He waited, no one showed up.
He waited, no one showed up. He waited, no one showed up. He is our character. The want is for somebody to show up. The obstacle is nobody shows up. That works. Yes.
Your ticket to freedom sits outside.
Say it again.
Your ticket to freedom sits outside.
Your ticket to freedom sits outside. Okay, so the narrator is our character. The want
is to escape whatever situation you're in.
Okay, and the obstacle is? What's the obstacle?
Maybe it's getting outside to them.
And so you sort of apply. Yes.
He walked away, his past remains.
Oh, that's good. He walked away, his past remains. Okay, so he is our character. The want is to walk away, to leave. The obstacle is won't let him. They keep pulling him back in, right? Yeah, good. That's good.
He doesn't want to drag it.
Say it again. He walked away.
He walked away, his past remains.
His past remains. Really good. That might be the best one. That's better than the ones we just did, man. Yes.
She should have left him sooner.
She should have left him sooner. So, is she the character or the narrator?
She is.
She is. She's our character. The want
Is to leave.
The obstacle is she's still with him because she hasn't left him yet. Online. Natalie.
The body is in the trunk.
The body is in the body is in the trunk. Okay, so our character is the body. Or is that our narrator? Who's the character here?
It's the narrator.
I gave the obstacle. The obstacle is there's a body in the trunk. I don't know what the want is. I don't know what the want is. All right, let's do. Yes. Oh wait, you already did one. Let's do over here.
He's been a passenger for hours alone.
He's been a passenger for hours. Yes, you've got too many. He's been a passenger alone. You got too many. 4 hours. Six or 30. Yes.
Been 6 months
Been 6 months.
since he left.
Been 6 months since he left. Okay, 6. Been 6 months since he left. He is our character, or is the narrator the character?
Let's say he's the son.
So the narrator. Okay, our narrator is the character. The want is for him to come back.
Yeah.
And the obstacle is he's been gone for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, yes.
It's a real obvious one. I picture somebody spying on a vehicle saying, I can't make out the plate.
I can't make out the plate. I can't make out the plate. I is the character. The want is to be able to see the plate. The obstacle is I can't. My eyes are bad.
And I literally can't.
And I can't. The lights are I can't make out the plate. All right, one more. Can we end it on a high note? Yes.
My license plate has no address.
Or destination, that's better.
Where the next month.
You have
a low battery.
Your battery will run out soon.
The obstacle is the battery's going. We're on a time. We're on a time.
2 months to save the day.
We're on a time crunch. The want is more power. The want is more power. And the character is the battery. All right. I think I have a selfie. There it is. That's my email, cmramsey@fullsail.com. If you have any questions about the creative writing program, if you're thinking about maybe switching over to the creative writing program, I'll take it. This is a great opportunity for you guys. This is a great opportunity for everybody that's in this room. You'll have an opportunity again in the screenwriting class that you guys take with the creative writing students to network, to know each other. The writers have the stories. You guys have the ability to make the films. Work together, do that, and get your films into festivals. There are hundreds of film festivals. Do you know that? Has anybody made a short film? Has anybody put it into a festival? Do it. Do you know about Without a Box? Withoutabox.com is every film festival in the world. If you want to find out where to submit your film, right there, Without a Box. You know what happens when you play a festival? People sit and pay to see your movie. And they might like it, and if they like it, they might say, hey, you might be the person I want to shoot my movie. Or you might be, I'd really like to take that short you made. I got a couple $100,000. I'd like you to turn that into a feature. I've worked for the Florida Film Festival for over 10 years. I've seen those two scenarios happen over and over and over. All right, your short film is your calling card. Writers, write short films. Write a web series. Get it out into the world. This is what Gary Vee is always talking about. He's always talking about making content, right? Getting your content out there. Try not to suck, but get your stuff out there. Get your stuff out there. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Online says thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you, Natalie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Natalie.
Take care, guys.
All right, thanks, Chris. Have a good night.
Thank you.